Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. You know, the weather has been screwy to say the least. We didn't even have to turn on the fire here in the fireplace. Another story that we happened upon. You know, every now and then when you get a landowner working with a federal program and high school students are involved, that's a win-win-win. Chantel Schambach is with the USDA.
So I help farmers do better management practices on their operation to just help their soil quality, to help the water quality within their operation. I help with providing them with conservation plans and actually get the practices on the ground when necessary. So this is Jeanette Lesher. This is my DC, our district conservationist. So she's like the boss of our office.
Okay, and who's the gentleman? That's the landowner, right?
Yes, that's Daniel Leon, our wonderful landowner that is participating in this program and trying to do better for his land. So, yeah.
And they're going to prep everything, waiting for the kids.
They are. They're going to start taking some of the tubes and stakes on down through the rows and distributing them, so it makes it a little easier and a faster process for the students when they're going and planting those.
Cool. You have a high school involved. Tell me about that.
So this is a great, just going to be an overall great event because we have the local community high school, Warrior Run high school students are going to be here, and about 25 to 30 students are going to be here, and they're going to get together and help this landowner to plant these trees. And my hope is that in the future, when they go down the road here, they'll be able to see them grow over time. They'll be able to express to their family as they grow up, like helped plant those trees. Look how great and large they are now. So yes, it's an overall wonderful experience with the community just coming together. So we're here to plant a riparian buffer because a buffer are just trees and shrubs along the stream that are the last line of defense basically before any nutrients or sediment wants to leave this particular land and enter the stream. So it will help slow down, capture, and then use any nutrients for its own benefit. The pink flags are all going to be trees. So where you see a red dyed tube, that's going to be a tree, and make sure that you're just looking for the red for the pink flags, because those are all going to be trees. So we have a nice little red bud here. This is about 3 years old, a 3-year-old sapling, and we are going to dig it obviously to the depth of here and about the width of the container.
Chantel then fills the hole with dirt and prepares to install the tube. She slips the tube over the tree and fills up the rest of the hole with dirt.
The reason why you want this, some of this tube to be covered is so then we don't have any critters like voles and whatnot getting down into the tree tube.
Somebody will ask, what the heck is the tube all about?
Yes, exactly. So tube is, there's some controversy around tubes on whether they're good or not. As long as they're being maintained and as long as the landowner is willing to take them off at the appropriate time, they are a great deer protector. Otherwise, and I know that he does have a moderate to high deer pressure here. We will see it as the students are planting. You'll see evidence of it all over. So if we're just planting these trees without putting any tubes on them, it's like setting up lollipops throughout the whole thing. They're like, oh, yum, exactly. So we're not trying to be Willy Wonka here and supplying them with treats. So until later in life, once they're established, then they can have their treats of elderberries and stuff. But until then, we want to keep the seedlings happy and whole until they're able to grow. So today we have a great willing landowner. He's already doing no-till on his property on his own, and he's already doing crop rotation, which are two great practices that we fully support. One thing that he wasn't doing in the past was cover cropping, and that's something that he was interested in doing. So we are helping him to to put in a diversified cover crop. So that meaning his land is going to be covered with some type of vegetation all year round. But today, the highlight of today is doing a riparian buffer. So we are going to be planting a little over 157 trees today. And then next in the spring of 2023, we're going to continue with the rest of the planting. So it's going to be about an acre and a half altogether of riparian buffer.
And what kind of trees are you going to be planting?
So we have the larger trees are going to be planted in front, and those are like the bank stabilization trees. And then we're going to fizzle out into like a wildlife aspect of the buffer. So we have elderberry, great pollinators as well as wildlife habitat. We have some sycamores, we have silky dogwoods, we have a few red buds, which are beautiful flowering when it comes spring. We have hazelnut, and we have black willows, a great stabilization. So we have about 8 different species that we're planting today.
We always say we need to get more kids involved.
Yes.
We need to get more kids involved. That's got to be part of the program here.
It is because they are our future. I mean, they want to be part of everything, and they should be. And to get their hands dirty, that's something that I want to see. And I know it's not the best day for this type of, but it's good for the trees, right? But yeah, so I think it's just going to be a great experience for them and for the landowner, and certainly for us too, to witness it being done.
So don't tell me high school kids aren't good workers. Take a look at this. Now, we're not even an hour into this event, and all of the tubes are in on this section of the stream. They're wrapping it up down around the corner. They'll soon come up and go to the other side of the creek. This is a great project. So you have to deal with individual landowners. If somebody's sitting back and saying, I want more information, may want to get involved, what's
Yes.
the best way to do that?
Yeah, so we are, obviously we're in this watershed, Warrior Run. We have that initiative in here, National Water Quality Initiative. But we don't just service the Warrior Run watershed, we service all of Northumberland County. So if you have any questions, if anyone has any questions about what we're doing, how to submit an application for funding, my office is always open for questions. I'm always open for questions. And my phone number, if anyone's interested, is 570-415-3127. So you're willing to reach out to me at any point, ask me any questions.
So there you have it, a project that if you own land and you're in a watershed, it's happening just about everywhere. You can help not only the environment, but you can get kids involved. Hats off to you guys. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.